We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington Redskins. First carry for Darius Geis, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Geis. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Haskins on first down. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And that'll be incomplete. Was trying to get it to Darius Geis out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. 30. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Haskins will throw. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Haskins. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Haskins now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
On the double. Hey, dude.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And it's third down.
Set, ready? 70, Indy. Get it.
Looking to throw. And Eifert has it. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Check 43. Hey. Check the call. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, seam 6. Hit it.
He'll look to throw. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Cincinnati.
A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Geis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, this is Geis. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the beat and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Out of the gun, Geis, and he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with them.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Room to run past midfield, and he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. Bullock's kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
3rd down, here's Haskins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right? And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Back to throw here. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. And the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. He's got the first down inside the 10. He's got his man, Boyd. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that one.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, for set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they run with Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
2nd and 11. He's got Green. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 45-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. It's Mixon on the counter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at about the Redskins' 37. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Hey, Charlie.
They're going to look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They'll run with Geis. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackle.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's into the clear. The 20. And it's a Cincinnati Bengals touchdown.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Off to Geis on the screen. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 42. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you?
And he lost the football into the Redskins' hand that they do.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now it's Haskins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. That's to his running back. Complete. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They'll run on 1st down. Nixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 38 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Haskins now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Geno Atkins never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here we go with Geis. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On first down, Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And an alley to run. Past the 20. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but 4th down coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon.